Hey guys, welcome back to LA Noire. We are still on the Homicide desk. So far this game's great, I'm loving it. Can't believe it passed me by. But anyway, let's just jump straight in. The Studio Secretary Murder.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deidre Moller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Moller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Okay. Just trying to think back to the Deidre Moller case. 1 second. Yeah, so Deidre Moller was the victim where we had two possible murderers here. We had Hugo Moller, which is the husband, and we have that Eli Rooney. And it's a strange case, that one, because it all pointed towards Hugo, but we ended up arresting Eli because of his well, he's a paedophile. Yeah, all right. I was just talking to the viewers about Deidre, all right? Right, so let's go to the pawn shop and check out these rings.
Another body and Deidre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
What exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Right, so
Put him down in my sap.
so like usual now, I'm just going to end up driving first, just to see if we can get a street crime going. Let's go to the pawnbroker first, anyway. And yeah, I'm sure we get a dispatch on the radio.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. A 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Okay, that's us. Let's go there. Shots fired.
Code 3, identify.
Is there a bank here? Oh, here we go. Bank job.
What's the situation?
Half a dozen shooters, sir. Cold-blooded sons of bitches. Real professionals.
What do you mean?
Witnesses say they bounced in, aced the guards, and went straight downstairs. Christ knows who they're working for, but whatever's in that vault, they want it bad.
Okay. Professional, you say. They haven't seen Cole Phelps in action yet.
You picked the wrong bank to rob, my friend.
Come on, poke your head up. Okay, let's just go.
Move it inside. You. We've got to clear out the bottom floor. Come on.
Okay, someone else down there.
I'll cover you.
Come on, poke your head out. Poke your head out. I get him? I think it's alive.
Stay down.
Oh. Someone else, I can't see where they are. Oh, here they are. There's somebody on this post.
Help, you're covered.
Oh. Right, so somebody else, I don't know where he is. I think it's behind here. Oh. Is that it? Is there more? Oh, he's got a bit of bleeding a little bit. Oh, that was alright, wasn't it?
They've blocked the goddamn stairs. Detective, take the elevator.
All right, I'll wait here.
I've got a new keyboard and the buttons roll a bit. It feels all weird. Right, where's the elevator? Okay, I just got to find the elevator. Yeah, hang on. I'm a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, here's the elevator.
Wish me luck.
So cool and relaxing, the old cold.
Buddies upstairs are dead. That leaves you, pal.
Okay, where's the other guy? Get him eventually. I shot his hat off. Right.
I know you're there.
There's a guy there somewhere. I can't quite see him. Oh, what a shot. Oh, another guy here soon. Two more. Oh, flipping out.
Just you and me. You can live to tell the tale.
Well, I'd rather you not live to tell the tale. I'm going to be shooting you in the head. Oh, where is he? Oh, God, he's behind here. Where is he?
That's it. That's all of them.
My hero. Cole.
Car 11K. Shots fired, suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I need an ambulance at Bank of America. 7th and Olive. Notify coroner and detective headquarters.
Roger on your ambulance 11K. All units code 4 on the 211 and Bank of America. Code 4.
4? Wasn't that... Well, I thought we did more than 4. Right. We are 36 away now from doing that. So let's... I'm going to drive again. Let's go to the pawn shop. Okay. Let's ask some questions.
How can I help you boys?
Just a few questions, please. Somebody came in to sell some
Phelps
rings.
and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
All right. So they were matching engagement and wedding rings. Our boss said, didn't he?
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay. We need to go there then. So is this to do with the... It's obviously not to do with the main case now.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
22K. Okay. Thank you very much.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think.
Half
Sorry.
the people in the city.
He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Right, okay. What case are we solving here? Are we solving the railway track one, or are we doing the ring case, the Deirdre one? Right, I just had a look at my book. There's no destination there regarding the jewelry shop. Whether we need to use a phone or something? There's no phone around here. I think we just carry on with the main main case at hand here, the railway.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus.
Herb is having fun with us.
The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deidre Moller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Any central unit, car 16 Allen reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope.
Right, so Elizabeth Short was the woman they called the Black Dahlia, which was an actual case in Los Angeles. So they're saying, obviously, that's the same guy who killed Elizabeth Short is the same person who killed Deidre Moller. Is that what he's saying? So if that is the case, then Eli was falsely put in prison, and it wasn't even the husband either. So it was neither of them, which is what I suspected at the time. Okay, we're at the station.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Okay, let's talk to him in a minute. Let's have a look to see what's around. Let's look at this woman for a start. So again, we can assume this has got no connection with the Dahlia, Black Dahlia, or possibly because it's fully clothed. Obviously, it was
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
So she got hit with the with like a tire wrench type thing again. I saw on the start. God, she's been battered. Poor woman.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay, I'm surprised she had any rings. If she was, did you say she was homeless? Okay, nothing there. Anything else? Anyone? No, I think that's all we can do on her. Okay. There's a handbag over here. Oh, let's talk to this guy first.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
2 a.m.
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Come on, Phelps. Not like you to forget. Okay.
Beautiful day.
Okay, we got a few things here. Let's look at the first thing first. Liquor store.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Okay. Liquor store. Evelyn Summers, 2 large suitcases, small suitcase, bedroll, pillow, plain bed sheet, 3 photo frames, hairbrush, some bowling pin, statuette, makeup, clothes.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mensch's Bar, corner 9th and Main. Okay. Dear Evelyn, I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor and we both knew what that makes you become. But I am not writing to harass and accuse. I am writing to apologise. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl and what she is doing to herself. You are destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn. And it is harder for me to watch than you can imagine. But only God Almighty above us has the right to judge, and so I beg your forgiveness. I've been in contact with a sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. You only need to check yourself in. It will.
Trying to get her to come home.
Yeah, one of the parents, I'm assuming. And then we have something else. The Keystone.
Go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Well, it's got a good only until October 31st, 1941. That's it on there, so I'll keep looking around. Oh, that is it. Okay, we got 2 guys to chat here with.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
So, this was a guy who found it, was it?
Detective Phelps and Galloway, Homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Okay, that was short and sweet. So what the hell is this guy? Is he some sort of weird... some fetish again with dead people and, you know...
Detective Phelps, LAPD Homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me,
Taking
Ferdinand.
a ring?
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Lipstick.
Classic Carmine.
I recognise that being one of the other lipsticks we found. It's almost like he put lipstick...
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
So he put lipstick on her and kissed her. Sick mother...
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Yeah, okay.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick in her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Well, he looks a bit dodgy there. I'm gonna go doubt straight away.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
God.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell, I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
All right, okay, let's have a look at our notebook. So we know the victim is a woman by the name of Evelyn Summers, age 45, female. So we got this Nelson Gaines. He's the one who spotted that weird guy kissing the victim. And we have this weird guy here kissing the victim, a John Ferdinand Jameson. So the body seems to be of a homeless kind of lifestyle. She had a missing ring. The time of death was after midnight. I think they did say at 2 a.m. or thereabouts. Or no later than 2 a.m. There was a handbag. In the handbag was a half-torn letter. It seemed to be maybe off one of her parents. And also in the handbag, there was a movie lot employee ID found. So there's lipstick matching the markings on her body found on John Ferdinand Weirdo Jameson. There was also what looked like some sort of receipt from Levine's liquor store, and it had like some weird just items on it, like suitcases and stuff. And we also find out that Mensch Bar was visited by the murder victim. So I think we need to use the phone now and find out where this liquor store is.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, let's pop there. Let's go there and ask a few questions. Oh, that's some distance to drive, I'll tell you. But I did see a few landmarks on the way. Anyway, it looks like we're here somewhere. Liquor store.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Pretty girl dressed in that nurse's aide uniform.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Okay. Can we have a look round? Okay, the music is stopping and starting, so let's have a look. Is it here? Is this where she lived?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
So is this that place we had the business card or a card from? It looked like the same logo. Rawlings Bowling.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Okay, do they? Do they now?
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
So what happened to her then? She seemed to be doing well for herself. Is Evelyn and her mum? Do you think? Maybe it's an old photo. She could be the younger girl there. Unless she's got a daughter, I don't know.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Is that her family? I don't know. I can just only assume that's her mum and dad. Possibly. And she's got a brother.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Who's that? Do we know that name? All right. That's a lot. Okay, contact with Evelyn Summers.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quarter of rye. That's a bourbon, isn't it? Or a whiskey. I've got no reason to doubt him, really.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Present for a boy?
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
You know, he seems quite genuine, almost like a father figure. I'm going to try to go for truth.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Okay, so knowledge of McCaffrey.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
His kind of demeanor has changed slightly. I'm going to try to go Dykes, only because he looks a bit... He's looking over the place.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Here comes your doctor.
Yeah, he's obviously quite affected by this. Back to work. So I wonder if we can ring up Central about this guy. They can put a... What's it called? APB? On him? Otherwise, we'll go to Mench's Bar, I think, as our next destination. Right, there's no actual phone anywhere here, so I'm assuming you're not supposed to ring up. So, let's go to the bar. I'll drive. Get those landmarks in, get the points up. Intuition points and all that. Alright, the bar should be right here somewhere. Let's go for the traffic lights, break a few laws.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, Homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Alright, okay, we'll ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Right. Okay. Criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
What do you think? I think that was a doubt. I think he's lying.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of
Seems the type,
A
actually.
regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Okay, relationship with victim. Robin said that she idolized him, but the feeling wasn't mutual.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to go about your book. I'm going to go lie here, I think. Could cock it up completely. Let's go with lie.
You're lying, McCaffrey.
And use the book.
You look down your nose at Evelyn.
Which he signed.
You knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Can we use this book then? Inscribed? Grosvenor McCaffrey found amongst victims' personal effect.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it.
She was in your apartment?
I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Tiernan.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Okay, the only thing we don't know is the where the hotel is. He said that he saw her go into a hotel last night. Does he know anything else?
You're free to speak to the regulars. Just don't shake them too hard.
Okay, let's ask someone else then.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Okay, looks like you've only got 2 customers. Alright, that's it then, I think. I guess we go to the bowling alley next. Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
That's
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Okay. Let's go back to Central Station then. So what's all this about then?
That's that cop.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just praying the prince comes through quick. That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Moller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
So Jameson being the dodgy, disgusting guy who was kissing Evelyn Summers.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Okay, trace address on Grosvenor McAfee.
The only reason some people get...
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
So I think for now we might as well keep going to the bowling alley. I'm not sure what that will give us. And then we can go to McCaffrey's apartment afterwards. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a big case, this one, to be honest.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with it?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out. Okay, at the next corner, go right.
Oh, I do love a good game of 10-pin. 10-pin bowling.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Oh, there he is. I am there.
You call these grits?
Is he running away, or...?
Tiernan! LAPD!
So obviously he's the guy that, McCaffrey said he went in the hotel with. Oh, where's that car?
There!
Oh, lovely. We got into a sports car. Wonder if this drives better.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the
Auto
extra
enthusiast
weight.
achievement.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Go on, shoot his tires then. That's it.
Another
Love it.
runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Watch out, everyone!
Put your hands where I can see them.
Was it him? Who was it? Someone said about he was, I think it was Robbins, the liquor store clerk, said she was buying the rye for him as like a make-up present or something. Okay, we need to question him, but I guess we're not questioning him yet. Okay, we're obviously going to question him back at the Central, so we'll leave that for now. And let's go to McCaffrey's apartment. Right, we're coming up to the apartment now. Is there a hotel also near here? No, couldn't see anyone. Right. There we go. Number
McCaffrey's
6.
in apartment 6.
Rooms 5 and 6. This away. Here we go. Rusty, do you want to just smash a door down or do you want to knock?
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in.
Go on in. Smash
Wanna
it down.
do the honors, Phelps?
Okay, sure, I'll do it. Right. So what do you think we might be looking for? Something of Evelyn's? Or a tyre wrench? Or a blooded shirt and a tyre wrench. Wow. Okay. Not being funny, but that's pretty, I would say, conclusive, isn't it?
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Also, did you say it had a bowling on that tyre wrench? I thought it was a tyre wrench, but it must have been something to do with the mechanics. He's obviously that other guy. Rawlings Bowling. Keep looking around.
Doesn't look like anything.
Oh, the other half. I think if I can. I think I'm stuck. I think I'm stuck. Oh no, no, please don't be stuck. There's a letter there and I can't flip and move.
What do you
search the place, Phelps?
Oh, right.
We're looking for something solid that ties McCaffrey to the crime scene.
Well, this half a letter. So take long before you are healed and you can come home. I put your things back in your old room with a lock on the door for your privacy and you can come and go as you please. I will care for you and you can return to your normal life. I know your address has changed, so I cannot be sure this letter will find you. Half of it did, but I pray that it does and that you consider what I have said. I love you very much and I pray every night that you are safe and that one day you will knock on my door and the rift between us will be mended. Is it Mother? We're loving us understanding your mother.
The letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Yes, I would say so.
Seems irrelevant.
All right, okay. But I still, how the hell did he get hold of that? That wrench. It's almost were both of them involved. Right, we need to go upstairs then and find this McCaffrey by the pigeons. Where do we go? How do we get upstairs, my lady?
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Oh, no, get down, shit, I'm gonna lose him. Can we not go down faster? Oops. That's it. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I can't see where he went. I don't know whether it's dark.
Runner McCaffrey, stay and fight the good fight. Chalk him up.
I don't know whether my brightness is too low. I want to try to do a rugby tackle. I haven't done one yet. I expect you get an achievement for it. Or maybe not. Yeah, I can see him. Thank you. The thing is, these guys are so damn fast.
Give it up, LAPD.
Is it E? I can't remember what. Come on, catch up with him. Let's tackle him. God, they're fast, aren't they? Oof.
Can't we talk about this?
What, with our fists? Sure.
Can't we talk about it?
Oh God, I nearly died then.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey.
Well, we got two people to talk
Set him up.
to, haven't we? We got that
Think
James.
That asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
Jameson, no.
What's that medallion?
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dogging?
They have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
I don't know whether he's referring to the list. I think the list he's referring to is on Elizabeth Short's body, the Black Dahlia. I think she had an address book, and there was a couple of pages ripped out of that address book, and they think it was the killer who removed that page because his name was on it. So they had the other 200 people or something on that address book, and they questioned every single one of them. So I don't know. They might be talking about that. I don't know.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them.
Okay, let's speak to James Tiernan first.
Fair me, young fellas.
Which is in 1. I don't think it was him, or maybe it. I'm still thinking, how the hell did he get that wrench? And I don't know. Did Tiernan know McCaffrey?
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Okay, relationship with the victim.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Well, that's a lie.
That's correct.
See, we could say it's a lie. I'm just going for the evidence now we got. We could say that McCaffrey saw them both, but then is his information very good? And there's also this guy here, there's Robbins, testifies.
You should let me go now. I've done nothing wrong.
Testifies the victim bought whiskey for a boy after an argument. So we need to know if they've actually had a bit of a falling out. I'm going to do lie just to see what Phelps says.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
You can't expect me to turn a blind eye, can you? You were smoking a cigarette in the other room?
I don't know. I don't know whether to put that or not. I don't know whether that's actually it's really crap information because of the person who told us, McCaffrey.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Okay. Okay, victim's book found.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
It's okay, I don't know, it looks like it's telling the truth. She wanted something of his. There's a connection, I tell you, between this guy and McCaffrey. And it's that tire iron thing, or that wrench, or whatever it is. How has he got it? So they were friends or something. Okay. It's a little bit more scattered, but people are going for the doubt. It looked like it's telling the truth as well. There's no tell signs on that.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
It's almost like when he looked like he's saying the truth, he's lying, and maybe vice versa. Alibi for James Tiernan.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
See, it looks like he's lying now, or being doubtful, but I wonder if he's actually telling the truth. If I go lie, I want to see what Phelps says.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
She got up and left. Shall I talk about the midnight time of death? Oh, I was after midnight. Don't know if it is a lie. All I can think is possibly liquor purchase, possibly. Or it could be a date.
Like I made a mistake.
Oh my god, this is difficult now. It's just getting difficult. I'm going to have to use intuition again. I hope it's not lie if it's intuition. Oh, for God's sake. It's lie. Getting drawn to liquor pressure. Store owner Robbins testifies victim bought whiskey for a boy after an argument.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
Oh, I see.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
It's funny because, not funny, but I didn't think it was him to start with, but actually, I was thinking, how the hell did McCaffrey get the murder weapon?
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Well, I guess he does have one. But something's not quite right here.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Oh my god. It could actually be him. I came in here thinking we'll just get him out of the way with. I don't think it's him. Let's speak to McCaffrey, see what he has to say. But at the moment, my money's on him.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Wow, I don't know. I feel like it could be him now, but we'll probably
bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Interview room.
This guy was willing to rat his own
ready to
mother
answer
after
some
I
questions?
dissuaded him.
You think I have all the answers?
He's so cool, isn't he?
People who run
Relaxed.
from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Probably thinks he's too clever for his own good. Well, he is too clever for his own good. So he thinks he's going to get away with it. Alibi for McCaffrey.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Well, it looks like he's lying. I'm just going to say lie and let's see what Cole Phelps says.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that
Oh.
proves I was there?
Well, we can do torn letter. We can say tire iron.
You guys got somewhere you need to be? You're ruining the ambiance.
Okay, I'm gonna say torn letter. Although it could have been planted there.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Well, it could have been. Oh god! So when I saw James, I thought it was him. But now seeing him, I reckon that he put his own letter, that own letter there himself. So it looks like, you know, why would he put his letter there? You know, it's almost like a double bluff. He's trying to be too clever.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
No, I think you're being too clever by leaving it in your apartment. You're being too clever.
If it was planted there, then some evil mastermind must be at work here. You got a name, McCaffrey?
Tiernan. Who else?
I was under the impression you thought Tiernan incapable of tying his own shoelaces.
Oh my
Moving
god.
up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
I don't know what to do now.
Goddamn captains make me resubmit the paperwork.
What do you reckon?
So what next?
We need some leverage. If McCaffrey was in the crotch, R&I will have his service records.
Oh, right, okay. Well, if he was in the crotch. Okay, let's ring up.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Even his prince and he still confessed.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
Oh. Okay. Wow, that's a bit different. Wow, okay, hang on.
The bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my saddle.
One more question.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to use intuition points. I'm gonna say that I think it was him who did it because of his past criminal activities with another woman, nearly beating her to death. No, I'm gonna say lie.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor
Obviously, we got
into an
the
assault charge?
Obviously, we got this.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's so strange how you suddenly change your view. It's definitely him, isn't it?
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Wow. This game, I tell you, it leads you up the garden path, I tell you. Wow, vehicle damage. It's because I'm driving everywhere now myself. I can't help kidding. I can't help mowing people down. Anyway, Grosvenor McCaffrey can write a tell-all memoir from his cell on death row. God, yeah, this game. I tell you, you think it's one way, and then you think I don't know. They get too. I don't know. They just draw you off the scent really easily. This game. So you could actually choose either way. I could have quite easily chosen James for that one. It was just a phone call and the old military records and the criminal records, which kind of tipped us over. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that episode. Hopefully see you next time. Ta-ba.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and infilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant!
Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions! We only have minutes!
I'm in charge here, Sergeant!
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant!
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant!
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot! You have 10 men left! My orders are to save what's left! Move out!